the daily current affairs discussion where we discuss important current affairs from today's newspaper. We'll focus mostly on the Hindu newspaper, but there are some important current affairs from other sources also that also we are going to discuss. Okay, so let's start, guys. We'll start with the very first topic. Prime Minister has visited New Zealand. Okay, in the last 40 years, Prime Minister Modi is the first Prime Minister to visit New Zealand. Okay, and when he was in New Zealand, he witnessed a dance performance, okay, by an indigenous community of New Zealand. And this dance performance is very popular and very famous on internet. Okay, so if you have been on internet, if you have been on YouTube, you may have already seen this dance. Can anybody name what is the name of the ceremonial dance which was witnessed by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Zealand, and which indigenous tribe practices that dance? Can anybody tell me? Let me see. Let me see who can tell me. Let me see who can tell me. Who can tell me? What is the name of the dance? What is the name of the dance? Can anybody tell me? Okay, guys, the name of the dance is the Haka dance. Haka, Haka dance. Haka dance is a ceremonial dance performed by Maori indigenous communities of New Zealand. Okay, so please take note of Haka dance and the Maori community of the New Zealand, which is really very important on internet. And there can be a question which are map based question from this indigenous community or this dance, Haka dance, Maori indigenous community of New Zealand. Guys, New Zealand is important because India has signed an FTA. India has signed an FTA in this year only with New Zealand. Okay, so this is really very important. Okay, you should know the name of all those countries with which India has signed FTA. Okay, so has India signed FTA with USA? Yes or no? Has India signed FTA with United States of America? Yes or no? Till now, no. It is still negotiated. It is still negotiated. Okay, so it is in still negotiation stage. It is still in the negotiation stage. Okay, this is really very important. Okay, this is important. Okay, got it, guys? So please prepare the list of all FTA countries. Write down. I'm giving you an assignment. I am giving you an assignment. Please write down the list of all countries with which India has signed recent FTA. Recently, India has signed FTA with many countries. Middle Eastern countries. Middle Eastern countries, guys. Middle Eastern countries also India has signed many FTAs. Okay, can you name some Middle Eastern countries? Can you name some Middle Eastern countries? UAE. Okay, Oman. So you should know the list of all those countries. Okay, can we move on to the next topic? Guys, next topic is a very important topic, guys. In the last 1 year, okay, there are some, okay, celebrations happening for the Vande Mataram. What is Vande Mataram? Vande Mataram is our national song. Vande Mataram is our national song. Guys, this year we are celebrating 150 years of Vande Mataram. 150 years of Vande Mataram. 150 years of Vande Mataram. Okay. So guys, this Vande Mataram, okay, government, okay, particularly the Ministry of Home Affairs has said that everyone should comply with the directions given for the Vande Mataram. Okay, what is the directions which have been given for the Vande Mataram? Okay, so I'll read out the Ministry of Home Affairs direction for Vande Mataram. Okay, so you can see here the 6 stanza version of Vande Mataram lasting 3 minutes 10 seconds has been prescribed for the official use. It must be played or sung during the formal occasions. Which are the formal occasions they have mentioned? Okay, and how you have to play. So you can see whenever the national song and the national anthem are played, national song should be sung before the national anthem. Okay, so national song should be sung before the national anthem. This is very important. Okay, so there are some directions they have given. There are some directions they have given that the national song must be played before the national anthem whenever they are played together, and it is the official version. The official version is having 6 stanza, 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes 10 seconds, 3 minutes 10 seconds. Okay, so guys, you know that who wrote the national song? Who wrote the national song? Guys, national song was written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. This song was published, okay, in a journal, and later on it was put it in the novel. The novel was Anand Mat. The name of the novel was Anand Mat. Okay, this novel was on the Great Bengal Famine and Sannyasi Rebellion. Okay, so this was in original version written in Sanskritized Bengali. Sanskritized Bengali. Okay, so this is important, guys. Please prepare that Vande Mataram written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Okay, and Anand Mat. Anand Mat was the novel. Okay, and this year we have celebrating 150 years. Okay, so this topic of Vande Mataram I was expecting in 2026 prelims examination. However, they did not ask this. There are high chances that in future you may get a question on Vande Mataram. Okay, this time they have asked about the raga of the Vande Mataram and the music, the raga they have asked, Carnatic raga and the Hindustani raga. Okay, so please take note of it. This is really very important, guys. You know that we have a fundamental duty to respect our national symbols. Okay, and this is one of our national symbols. So we have a fundamental duty, but fundamental duty is what? Not foreseeable. It is not justiciable. It cannot be enforced. It cannot be enforced. It cannot be justiciable. But we all have a fundamental duty. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, guys. Next topic is INS Mahendragiri. What is INS Mahendragiri? Guys, INS Mahendragiri is the 6th stealth frigate. This is the 6th stealth frigate of Indian Navy. Okay, it is under the Project 17A. It is under the Project 17A. Okay, so guys, under this previously also, guys, okay, many stealth frigates we have launched. Okay, many stealth frigates we have launched. Okay, and now we are launching this. Okay, Mahendragiri. So you may expect a question on what is INS Mahendragiri. Okay, it's a stealth frigate. It is a stealth frigate. Okay, so you can expect a question on this. You can expect a question on this. You have a very high probability that you can get a question on this. Okay, so it's a basically it's a Indian Navy stealth frigate under Project 17. Under Project 17. Okay, so previously, you know, which are the naval, okay, vessels which were launched under this. So we have the INS Nilgiri, INS Udyagiri, INS Himgiri, INS Dunagiri, and now we have INS Mahendragiri. All these three are what? All these three, all not these six. All these six are what? They are stealth frigates. Okay, kind of stealth warships. Okay, they are stealth warships. Okay, of the Indian Navy. Okay, INS Nilgiri, INS Udyagiri, INS Himgiri, INS Dunagiri, and INS Mahendragiri. All are under Project 17A stealth frigate. Project 17A stealth frigate. So this is important. You can have a note of it. This is important because I am expecting questions on Indian Navy. There are high chances that these assets can be asked in the prelims examination. Simple, they can ask you, they can give you, and they can ask you, is it a submarine, is it a stealth frigate, is it a kind of patrol vessel? Is it a survey vessel? So keep this in mind, it is a stealth frigate. Okay, moving on guys, next topic is the video assistant referee. Guys, which sports has video assistant referee? Which sports has a video assistant referee, which was in news recently? Football. Okay, video assistant referee, VAR. Guys, this is a system which has been introduced in 2016. In 2016 it was introduced basically to judge where there is a goal or where there is a no goal, where there is a penalty or no penalty, where there is requirement of a red card or not, or of mistaken identity. Okay, these are the things which is basically, okay, judged by the VAR system, video assisted referee. Okay, so guys, you know, similar system is for the cricket also. In cricket it is called what? In football it is called VAR system, which is video assisted referee. In cricket it is called what? Who can tell me? In cricket it is called what? What is the name in cricket? What is the name in cricket, guys? Yes, it starts with D. DRS system. Someone is saying DRS system. Krupa Biker. Very good. Krupa Biker. What about others? Have you heard about DRS system? Guys, have you heard about DRS system? Guys, why I'm saying this is important? Because nowadays, you know, sports topics are becoming very important. Sports topics. Sports related questions are getting very popular in the prelims examination. Okay. Next, guys, recently there was a movie which was released on OTT platform Z5. The name of the movie was Satluj. But just after the release on the OTT platform, this movie was banned. On the platform, OTT platform, Satluj. Okay. So guys, what are the rules and regulations for OTT platform? Guys, do OTT platforms have to follow the screening from the Central Board of Film Certification? Okay, do they have to follow any movie which is screened on OTT? Do they have to pass through the censor board? Yes or no? Any movie which is released on OTT, do they have to follow or do they have to be screened by the censor board? Okay, the answer is no. They don't have to be screened by the censor board. Remember this. Okay. So they have to follow what? They have to follow the IT rules. Okay. So this is really very important. Keep this in mind. Only movies which are screened in theaters, they have to go through the censor board, but the movies which are released on the OTT, they don't go through censor board. This is really very, very important. Okay. Next, guys, NATO meeting is happening in which place of the world? Guys, NATO meeting is happening where? NATO meeting is happening in what? Turkey. You know that? There is a meeting of NATO members going on in Turkey. Turkey capital Ankara. Okay. So guys, you should prepare NATO. This year I think NATO question was there in the prelims examination. I think in 2025 there was a question. NATO members. Okay. I think this year only there was a question on NATO members. Okay. So NATO was founded in 1949 after the Second World War, when the Cold War started between the Soviet Union and the Western powers like America. During this Cold War, okay, NATO alliance was a security alliance which was headed by United States of America, and it had European members, and this was called Washington Treaty, and there are 32 countries which are part of the NATO alliance. It's a security alliance. Guys, Article 5 of the NATO alliance is very important. Article 5 says that they follow the principle of collective membership. They follow the principle of collective security. What is collective security? That if one of the member of the NATO alliance is attacked, then it will be considered as an attack on all the members. Okay, so this is very important. Collective defense or collective security. Okay, very, very important. Okay, this is a very important point you need to keep in mind. Article 5. Okay, so where is the NATO headquarter? NATO headquarter is in Brussels. NATO headquarter is in Brussels. Okay, so you should know, guys, that okay, NATO expansion, you know, NATO has been expanding. Which were the latest countries who joined NATO? Can anybody tell me which were the latest countries which joined NATO in the last 2-3 years? Yes, Sweden is the correct answer. What about other countries? 2 countries have joined NATO. Guys, 2 countries have joined NATO. Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me, guys? Sweden in 2024 and Finland in 2023. Sweden and Finland. Sweden and Finland. In 2023, it was Finland, and in 2024, it was Sweden. So, you know, guys, after the Ukraine war, after Russia attacked Ukraine in 2022, 2 countries have joined, okay, NATO. These countries are Finland in 2023 and we have Sweden in 2024. Keep this in mind. 2 countries, Sweden and Finland. First it was the Finland in 2023, then it was the Sweden in 2024. It's very important. Okay, how many members are there, NATO members, guys? 32 countries right now. 32 countries right now. The latest one is the Sweden. The latest one is the Sweden. Okay, then, guys, today there was a detailed article on the temple Prambanan. Okay, Prambanan. Prambanan. Okay, this is one of the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia. This is the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia. Okay, Prambanan temple. It is dedicated to which god? Can anybody tell me? Prambanan temple. It is a UNESCO heritage site. It is a UNESCO heritage site. It is dedicated to which god? Can anybody tell me? Trimurti. Trimurti. Okay, it is the Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Trimurti. Okay, this is dedicated to Trimurti. Okay, so this can also be a kind of, okay, point they can ask you. Which are the 3 gods which are worshipped here? So Trimurti, please have a look at it. Okay, it's the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia, but it is not the largest temple in Southeast Asia. Which is the largest temple in South Asia? Which is the largest temple in South Asia, guys? Largest Hindu temple in South Asia. Which is the largest temple? Angkor Wat. Okay, so you should know. Where is Angkor Wat located? It is not in Indonesia. It is which country? Angkor Wat is in which country? They will ask you. Okay, so please prepare the list of all big temples which are there in Southeast Asia. Okay, next, guys, there is one virus which is spreading. The name of the virus is parrot-borne virus. Parrot-borne virus 4. Parrot-borne virus 4. So this is basically spread among the birds, particularly the exotic birds. Okay, so this is, you have to be careful, not that important from the exam point of view. Next, guys, there is a term which was there in news today, science and tech term, quantum advantage. What is quantum advantage? Guys, quantum advantage is a situation where the quantum computers performs far superior than the best classical computer. Guys, what is quantum advantage? Quantum advantage is a situation where the quantum computers performs a task which is far superior than the classical computers. Guys, you should know the difference between quantum computers and classical computers. Guys, classical computers, they work on bits, 0 and 1 bits, whereas quantum computers, they work in qubits. Guys, because they work on qubits, which is basically the quantum physics, where they work on the superimposition and entanglement. There are two kinds of principles: the superimposition and the superimposition and entanglement. Okay, so qubits, basically what happens is that they can take both the value, at one time. Okay, so it works on probabilistic kind of thing. Okay, it is not completely 0, not completely 1. Okay, so that is why, guys, it has a higher calculation power. The power of quantum computers is 100 times, 1000 times more than classical computers, because the quantum computers works on qubits. Okay, whereas the classical computers, they work on bits. Okay, so please prepare this quantum science and quantum computers. Guys, quantum computers at present are at very basic level, but quantum computers have lot of applications as far as drug discovery, modeling of climate, modeling of the particle physics. Okay, so the applications of quantum computers can be huge. Okay, particularly drug discovery can be one of the areas where quantum computers can really play an important role. So you should know how exactly quantum computers work. Okay, and India has a national quantum mission. You must be knowing that this was asked in this year's prelims examination. And in that national quantum mission, basically we are aiming to build a quantum computer, and we are also building the quantum hubs. Okay, so this can be again a probable topic for the exam. Okay, so these were some of the topics, guys, today. Okay, guys, do you want me to discuss the weekly current affairs? Do you want me to discuss the weekly current affairs, guys? Yes, Interpol notice, guys, red corner notice, that is already this year it came. I have covered in the PPP today. Okay, so I will come live at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Can we meet at 9 p.m. guys? Can we meet at 9 p.m.? 9 p.m. we can discuss live weekly current affairs. Chalo, we'll meet at 9 p.m. Entire week we will discuss. Okay, chalo, bye.